Today, I will demonstrate the bending water physical phenomenon. Today, the experiment is quite easy, and will only take 3 objects. The first being the normal everyday comb. The second being my own very hair. And the last object being a simple running faucet. The first step to this experiment is the easiest, and we'll be combining the use of the comb and the use of my hair. We will first, for 10 seconds, rub the comb rapidly through my hair. Make sure not to touch this comb to anything between this step and the next one. We will next need to create a small, thin stream of water using the faucet. Now, if we take the comb that we rubbed against my hair and inch it closer and closer to the water stream, it will appear to bend. I bet you've never seen a water stream do that. But while this may appear to break the laws of physics, it is actually perfectly explainable. In fact, my partner Eli will go on in the following clips to show and explain how this is perfectly explainable using the same physical properties it seems to defy. Eli, take it away.
So now let's unpack what just happened, because, it was pretty cool. So when Blake took his comb, I have a hairbrush here, but Blake used the comb, and he rubbed it against his hair like this, electrons were transferred from the hair to the comb, in this case it's a brush. So if we look at this closely, both the comb and the hair were originally electrically neutral. But when those electrons are passed from the hair to the comb through the friction of rubbing, it leaves the comb electrically negative because there's an abundance of electrons, and the hair electrically positive because there's an absence of electrons. So now Blake brings that comb into the water, and he puts it together, and the water seems to bend. So let's try to think about why that could be. We know we have a negatively charged comb, and the water is still neutral. So the reason that happens is because the electrons in the water start to repel this negatively charged comb, and so they don't leave the water, they just go to the opposite side of the water from the one that's closer to the comb. So this leaves this area that's closer to the comb now has an absence of electrons, and that's now positive. And as we know, opposites attract. So that's why the water seems to kind of bend toward the comb, and when we put the comb closer to the water, it bends even more. It's just the attraction between the two. So in our essay, we'll look a little more at some diagrams and equations as to why this happens, but that is a brief explanation. Have a good day.
Wow. Thank you so much, Eli, for that explanation. Now we know that because of the transfer of electrons through friction, because of the laws of static electricity, such as charge separation, we know that the bending water experiment does not defy the laws of physics. In fact, nothing defies the laws of physics.